What's going on, guys? This is Zack from HDA Cigars with another episode of the HDA Lounge Life video series. I'm here in Blairsville, Georgia with Joe at Sheepdog Cigars, and you're watching HDA Lounge Life. How long has this building been around? Do you know?
12 years, 13 years.
It's a cool, I love the cabin feel. This is going to sound really ridiculous of a thing to point out, but one of the things that I absolutely love is the Christmas lights. Is that up year round? No? Okay. So it's something about the Christmas lights in like an old wood cabin. Yep. It just gives me that
we do lights, like we had July 4th lights up, red, white, and blue. Then we had pumpkin orange lights up. Then took those down and put these up. The best thing is when women come in and go, not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Are we allowed in?
Yeah.
I guess, man.
It almost kind of looks like it could be like an old school, almost like a, not, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a antique shop almost on the inside as well, right?
The reason we kept it is because there's so many antique shops out here that we didn't want to ruin the vibe. Like those ladders over there in the rafters, those are 1800 fire ladders. Dude, it took 4 of us to get them up there. They weigh like 500 pounds. They are just like absolutely stud. Yeah,
those?
The ones the lights are hanging down from?
Really?
Those are from the 1800s. And I found the fire stick. It looked like a harpoon, a whale harpoon. It had a metal point with a hook. And I'm like, what the hell is this? The guy's like, dude, you push that into the wall and pull it out. Oh. And then the bricks that we use for the fire, 1800-year-old bricks from a cabin from up here. So we repurposed them. I repurposed the Coke machine. Anything I could keep in here, I did, man. Cool. These, they're just...
they're comfortable.
Dude, wait.
They're comfy, man.
Wait till you sit on that couch right there, man. I catch numerous sleep. So, that's kind of how I got into this business.
Before we dive in any further, let's do a quick round of introductions. We jumped right in, which I greatly appreciate. So tell us your name. Tell us, the name of your shop and where you're located here.
Okay. Joe Briggs, one of the owners of my wife's one of the other owners, but owners of Sheepdog Cigars, located in Blairsville, Georgia.
So Blairsville, we're not too far from the Tennessee border.
Correct.
Probably about 30 minutes or so?
Oh yeah, we're 20 minutes from Murphy, North Carolina, and 20 minutes from Copper Hill, Tennessee. So we're up here in the North Mountains of Georgia, just along the tri-state border.
It's a beautiful drive in, I'll tell you that. I came in from the south and climbing right through the mountains, through the Chattahoochee National Park. Is it a national park or is it a state park? It's a national. Yeah, the Chattahoochee National Park. It was it's a pretty drive in.
Did you come up Blood Mountain?
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Wait till about 12 o'clock. There'll be about 100 bikes on that thing.
Yeah.
It's cool. Crazy.
I could see that. I was actually thinking that I used to ride and I miss it every day. But that was one of the things I was thinking is like, man, this would be a heck of a place to ride. So that makes sense.
Yep.
So how long have you had the shop open here?
We opened up. Our grand opening was July 4th of 2024. So we just reached our 1 year mark.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The public around here has been absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, most people on this side of town are retired, law enforcement, military.
Yep.
And they like to come to a place where they feel secure.
Sure.
And the logo, it took me about a year to get the logo. And it's very recognizable.
Yeah.
People see that, they understand it, and they come in and check us out. And
yeah, man. You guys you're located right off, I would say, it seems like what is the main road through this area.
Correct. From Blood Mountain to Blairsville is the main Highway 129 north. So we've got a good road frontage location. And there's really didn't realize it up here, but there's a lot of RV parks that are like 5-star RV parks.
I passed by one on the way in and I was like, good night. There was probably, we're filming this in the middle of December. There was, I don't know, couple hundred RVs sitting out there.
There's 5.
I got to imagine during the summer this place is popping with RVs and people coming out here to check out the mountains and go hiking or ride the river.
You've got Vogel State Park, you got Brass Top Mountain, you got Helen. There's a lot of, from here to Cleveland, there's probably 6 RV parks, and those RV parks stay filled up year round.
Yeah, this literally feels like a lodge. Yeah, I mean, that's just the best way to put it, is like what you have here is like a perfect mountain lodge. And it's pretty, we were talking before this, I spent a good chunk of my childhood in Georgia, and we traveled obviously throughout the state. And one of the places that we used to go as a kid was North Georgia and go check out the mountains. So I absolutely love this area. Very, very cool. And it might be a little cold outside right now, but it's not too cold.
Well, it's going to get up to 65 degrees today. It's going to be a great day for an event. So we're looking forward to having you guys down here.
Yeah, man. So let's talk a little bit about how we met. We briefly talked about it earlier. So met you at PCA.
Yes, sir.
Was this your first PCA? I assume it was your first PCA as a shop owner. Was it your first ever?
First ever.
Yeah, same here. So I think we started about the same time. We started in April of 24. You started in July. We did not make it to the PCA 24. So PCA 25 this past April was our very first, and it was obviously your very first too. And the best part about it was we met you within an hour of the doors opening on the very first day. It was pretty awesome. It was we were still trying to figure out getting everything set up, and you came right in and met you, and we hit it off right away. And then boom, you were our very first ever account closed at our first ever PCA.
Well, you were my first account opened at PCA.
There you go, man.
So
I love it.
It worked out well. It was I went into one of the name brand smoke areas, and I just
like one of the big brands you're saying. Yeah.
3 of them actually. I went into Padron, went into Rocky Patel, and my father's, and I walked in and I was like, "This ain't me. This just isn't the vibe I'm looking for. I'm not looking for this 5-star Davidoff type of lounge. I want a lounge that allows people to come in, not break the bank, smoking cigars, and try to open up the world of cigar smoking, because people think it's about the process."
Sure.
Nick Saban talks about the process in football. Cigar is a process. It's a relaxing process. Some of us who have been overseas, these were the only things that would calm you down after a long day. So carrying that over, when I got to PCA and I tried to follow some advice of some people that were trying to mentor me, I walked in and I'm like, this ain't me. I don't want this type of suit and tie world. I want a world that people can just come in, relax. And so I bumped into Drew, and he said, "Look, man, this is where you need to go." And I said, "Got it, brother. I'll see you. I'm already hooked up." And you were the first one. I came around the corner, and I saw you guys setting up, and I'm like, I like this vibe, man.
Set up right next to the coffee stand, right next to the bathroom, man.
On the outside aisle where all the people just kind of walking by and everything. And it was great. Your whole staff there. I can't remember the lady's name that I was
Ashley.
Ashley.
Yep.
She was great. She was like, "Hey, man, I'm looking for some HDA swag." And you guys were still pulling it out of the box. I grabbed 2 ashtrays, some cutters, and then I placed my order after having a cigar. We lit a cigar for a little bit. And so I went ahead and got your 3 blends, and we've been off and running ever since. Yeah,
man, it's been great. It was a wild experience. So it's pretty cool that it seems like our companies are growing together, and kind of like what you said. I think everybody. One thing that Andre and I, when we had HDA, one of the things that we really value, one thing that's very important to us, is that staying true to ourselves, right? We are not the uppity suit and tie all the time. The reason I think that we're in it, the same reason it sounds like you are, is that camaraderie, that bonding, that chill. Everybody enjoys a cigar their own way, and we want to be able. We don't want people to feel like they're we're a little bit more uppity. That's not us at all. So,
and I hear this comment all the time about boutique cigars, and I'm like, no, it's not boutique. It's a new generation of cigar smokers. The Cuban market has gotten watered down by the Cuban government to where, a decade and a half ago, most of the growers left and went to Latin America.
Sure.
So, to me, most of the best tobacco now comes out of Latin America, Ecuador, Nicaragua, Honduras. Compares greatly to the Cuban market.
Sure.
Now, I smoked Cubans when I was assigned over in Europe for 3 years.
Oh yeah, that's all you can get over there.
Great cigars.
Yeah.
But they've changed. They're not the same. I mean, I've got a Cuban cigar in there that brand new that's unraveled already. And I'm like, I've never had that problem. Knock on wood, I've never had that problem with any of our vet-owned company cigars, especially yours. Everybody that smokes them, man, that burns great. No stems, no pitting, no canoeing. I'm like, these are all rolled in the same factories.
Sure.
And the reason you can get them at a cheaper price is because they're piggybacking off these other. They don't have to have their own warehouse. They don't have to have their own. So you get an opportunity to try tobacco that's in all the other cigars, all the name brands, and you don't break your bank getting them. And these are great. People love them because, one, they're vet owned, and they appreciate the fact that it's helping out vets because vets usually don't ask for help.
Well, we definitely greatly appreciate the support. We appreciate lounges like yourself that we can grow with, and we can, my goal is in 5 or 10 years, we're going to be sitting here having another conversation talking about, hey man, do you remember when we were like a year old, not even a year old, and we opened up our account? Like that's the type of stuff that Andre and I look forward to.
So I look forward to being a HDA 5-star certified lounge.
There you go, man.
So
I like it.
That's again, having enough space to be able to sit down. You want to be alone, you can sit over here, relax. You want to come to the table and talk. You want to bring a group of guys in. We've done a UFC fight that started at midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious, man. And so they showed up at 8 p.m. and we're here till like 1:30 a.m. But, hey, man, it was the ability for them to come and not disturb their wives and family and get to hang out and everything. So we have a good eclectic group. We've got military, law enforcement, retired, active, lawyers, truck drivers, construction workers, and everybody can sit at that table and feel welcome. And that's, to me, is the goal of, I've walked into some cigar lounges and gone,
not for me.
You just feel the tension in the air. And like I said, when couples come in or ladies come in, I did a wedding reception party here.
Really? Yes. Oh, that's pretty sweet.
It was awesome. They were the greatest couple out of Atlanta, two ladies out of Atlanta. They were looking for a place. I sent them over to Smoking Jim's, one of our sister companies that we pair with. Told them to have lunch because they were looking for a place to cater. And they came back and said, that place is too small. I said, well, ladies, you can use here. She goes, are you sure? I said, absolutely. I'll pay for the music. How many people you got? She goes, we got about 35. I said, great. I didn't expect anything. The night of the party, first hour and a half, it was like, man, I haven't sold anything. This is going to be a dud. As soon as the couple walked outside to smoke a cigar by the river, everybody rushed up and was like, hey, what kind of cigars can we get them? And it was a great night. They had a great time.
That's awesome.
So we're doing a Christmas party this year. We did a Halloween party last year. Members nights, would cook burgers and all that stuff. So
so how does a membership here work at the lounge?
So in Georgia, you can be a private club.
Cool.
So
it's BYOB.
Yep.
Okay.
You pay for a membership. You get a locker. You get a discount. You get access to the TVs. Like if I have 5 members that want to watch 5 different games, the members get to pick the games.
Makes sense.
So they get access to the TVs first. Same thing with the fire pit. Member wants to have the fire pit for the weekend. They get first dibs on it.
It's a nice fire pit, by the way. I like
cool.
how it's like the in ground kind of fire pit. I like that versus like a like a stand up, like yeah.
Trying to make it a little different. We do quite a bit. We do quite a bit of business out there during the summer with the tubing business across the street. There's a fudge shop over there, so there's a little bit of activity out here. But when people come, my goal is to have them stay and relax.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of people that come in and buy. Matter of fact, I had a gentleman that come in yesterday. He's been buying from me for like 6 months, and I stopped asking him, "Hey man, you want to sit down and have a smoke?" And so yesterday he's like, "I think I'm gonna smoke one here." Step back one.
Oh,
I was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "I stopped asking." He goes, "It's just been busy, but I see you guys sitting over there, and I want to have a sit down."
Yeah.
And so he sat down with us, and there was one of my members, retired attorney, and Christian. He's a good old boy from North Georgia that does hunting, and we sat there for an hour and shot the shit and had a great time.
I travel a lot. Before we get into that, so what's this guy's name here?
This is Shaggy.
Oh, Shaggy's the official mascot of
He's Shaggy number 6.
Shaggy number 6.
He's taken over the reins as the official mascot and breeder.
I like it.
He's
a great greeter.
We're dog friendly here.
I appreciate that.
People are tolerated. Dogs are allowed.
Encouraged.
Yes. There's nothing like having your best friend with you at work every day, and it's been a great opportunity for him. He's young. He's only 8 months old, so he's growing into we had to retire Shaggy 5 2 weeks ago, so he's taking over the reins.
I love it. Yeah. I love dogs. Going into a lounge, and like some people will have like dogs at their lounge. I absolutely love it. I was at a lounge.
That's why we got the concrete floor, because if they have an accident, I can wipe it
right up. Yeah, nice and easy, man.
Yes, sir.
So, let's talk a little bit about your background. Obviously, I think you're very much like Andre and I, outsiders of the cigar industry, right? Like, I think we took what we felt, like we took a passion for enjoying cigars, and we turned it into now a business. And so tell me about what brought you to this point. And just kind of like your cigar journey in general.
Probably like you. About 40 years ago, started smoking cigars in college.
Yeah.
Not every day, but smoking. Graduated college from Appalachian State.
Oh, nice.
Played football there.
Oh, did you?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Played for Sparky and Jerry Jones up there.
Did you say in Jerry Jones?
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, nice. I went to, I've been to a couple Appalachian State games back when I was a kid. My stepdad, he's a big he graduated from Georgia Southern.
Okay.
And so been to a couple Georgia Southern games at Appalachian State.
Guess who App State's playing in the bowl game?
Is it Georgia Southern?
Yeah. 29th.
That's
in Birmingham. I might go down there. Joined the police department. After 9/11, we went up to New York City and supported them, and then I put on a different uniform for a while, and then transferred over to NCIS, Naval Criminal Investigative Service.
Yeah.
Retired out of there.
What year did you retire?
2023.
Wow, man.
Yeah, did my last deployment in 20. Did my first one in 03.
Wow, so you were deploying from 2003 to 2020. How many deployments did you have during that time period?
I did 7 from 2003 to 2009, and then was...
You said NCIS. You were Navy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Went Navy, then flopped over to NCIS. Did my last deployment. Had a gap between 2008 and then 2020. I went back over to Somalia. That was the last one I did, and then I retired in 2023. Did some contract work for a while. My son got a scholarship to Georgia, so I wanted to be closer to him. Like I said previously, my first wife died of breast cancer, and I spent a lot of time in cigar lounges when she was in treatment, and became really good friends with a couple of owners that I really enjoyed talking with, and they came kind of the same vibe. Hey man, you want to be alone? Sit in the corner. You're having a bad day. You want to talk? Sit over here. And so got to really know them well, and even when I got transferred down to Georgia, I'd go back up to Fredericksburg and hang out with Dana Nelson up at the Old Town Tobaccoist. And then I'd hang out with Vic down in Brunswick. And they really gave me some good advice, got me some solid information. And
kind of ignited that passion a little bit, huh?
Exposed it, yeah. You know, added a little oxygen to it to get it. And then I just got fed up with being in Quantico. You know, it was like, man, screw this. Traffic. You know, if I want a cigar, it takes me 45 minutes to drive 2 miles to get a cigar. You know, the heck with that.
You don't have to tell us, man. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I was fortunate enough, after being married for 23 years, finding another lady that would put up with my dumb ass. And she said yes to marrying me. She moved from Tallahassee to Georgia, and then we moved from Georgia to Quantico, and then from Quantico to here. So I've moved her 4 times in 5 years. So she got a taste of the government's lifestyle, but she was been very supportive. She's like, look, you can read people. I know you don't like to deal with people, but you know, you're good at it. And so we sat down and looked at everything and said, you know what? I'll set aside this much money. I'll do all the work I can myself. And so after 3 months of cleaning this place out, shoveling mud off the concrete and etching it and getting it all done and set up, we finally opened.
Yeah, man.
And it's been interesting learning the administrative side of it.
Sure.
Because of all the taxes and
all
that stuff.
And every state's different.
Oh, yeah. And Georgia is one of the worst for excise tax. So we've gotten through all the humps because it's just me. I do the ordering. I do the administrative work. My wife helps me out with some of the signs and stuff. And I've got a couple of members that chip in and help out on the weekends so I can get a little bit of a break and hang out with my boy. And so that's this is what we do.
I like this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He says, I want to be on here.
Dude, when I first walked in, he immediately brought me a toy and I was like, all right, let's play, dude.
Yep.
I know we just met, but let's go on ahead and play.
He says, you petted me. You're stuck for life now.
Yeah. So it sounds very similar.
So that was kind of the journey. You know, smoked a lot of cigars overseas. Smoked a lot of cigars when we're deployed. I've got a couple of units, the guys that still used to work for me that go deployment, and I always tell them, send me your address when you go, and we'll do a hand rolled event here, and for every 5 cigars I donate 1, and we'll send them over to them and stuff. And so
that's awesome.
we try to support everything. Like I said, we do the breast cancer awareness t-shirts in November,
I appreciate that. I appreciate the swag bag that you hooked me up with, man. That's awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah, man. No,
that's very cool.
I got the Georgia hats.
Okay.
But I gave you a different color because you're not in dog country anymore. I'll let you slide. I'll give you one that's not Georgia colors.
I split some of my childhood in both Georgia and Iowa. So I would say from a football fan perspective, I'm more of an Iowa Hawkeyes fan. Big Ten. I know that it's saying that in SEC countries, they're fighting words, but at least I'm not like a South Carolina fan, right? My brother's a big South Carolina Gamecocks fan. So
I grew up in Pennsylvania, so my dad moved us to Virginia. So Penn State fan.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know, we were right outside.
You got some good Big Ten blood in you then too.
Yeah.
All right,
we were right outside of Pittsburgh. Northwest of Pittsburgh in a county called Potter County.
I love Pittsburgh, man. I love Western PA in general.
He's a good boy.
I love Western PA. We have such a big community that supports HDA in Western PA. They've been absolutely great. But my one of my really good buddies, his grandma and his dad own combined 250 acres in Ligonier. If you're familiar with Ligonier. And so I go up there. It's been a few years now, so I don't even know if I can say I go up there more. I went up there to go hunt, and usually it was always opening day of archery. We'd always head up to Western PA.
Funny thing is, Shaggy 5 was gotten from a breeder out of Ligonier.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, Ligonier. It's funny. Every once in a while, like, somebody will mention Ligonier, and I'm like, golly, like, you just don't hear about Ligonier very much. Oddly enough, my mom, I found out after the fact that my mom lived in Ligonier when she was a kid for like a year. My grandpa would move around quite a bit, and apparently they lived in Ligonier for a short amount of time.
Coudersport, Pennsylvania is where we were at. We had a farm there. My dad was a doctor, and then he joined the Navy along with his brother. He retired as a Navy captain eventually. My uncle retired as a sub-commander. My brother in the Navy, me, and then I fought, over to NCIS. So kind of runs in our blood, even though we're from the mountains. So yeah, we have a good time. It's all we're trying to do is provide an opportunity for people to sit and enjoy camaraderie, even if they don't smoke cigars.
Yeah, that's what we're all about, man. I mean, that's I think anybody who gets into something in the cigar industry, I think oftentimes is very much for the successful folks, it's rooted in passion, and a lot of times it's based off of camaraderie. It's based off of just brotherhood and being able to hang out and grow that relationships with other people.
Yeah, and push a brand that you can be proud of. We've gotten away from this newer generation doesn't understand what it means when you give somebody your word.
Sure.
Handshake, right?
Sure.
And that's what we did at PCA.
Yeah.
Right. It was just a handshake and a word.
Yep.
And every time I've called you, every time I've had a question, you guys have answered and responded and been extremely helpful. It's been a pleasure doing business with you, and that's kind of what I noticed about the smaller brands is you get a little bit more love and common decency. You're not just a number.
Sure.
You're a brand. Then you guys respect, hey, Sheepdog is a brand, and we're trying to align with that. And, that's why we made our Warriors Way and Heroes Hallway to kind of honor that aspect of the first responder and the military people, and support our brothers in arms. So it's been a good run. It's been a bumpy road. We made it the first year, hoping we make it the second year, and go on beyond that. Like you said, another 5 years, having another little lounge cast.
Let's go for 10 years. 10
years works for me.
Yeah.
Then I can definitely be retired full time.
I like it. So I like to sprinkle in a couple completely off topic questions. Sure. So one of my favorite questions to ask, and I'm putting you on the spot here. So I apologize, but not really. So you're on a desert island. All right. Have you heard this question already yet? Okay, perfect. So you're on a desert island, and you're going to be on the desert island for the rest of your life.
My wife got to go?
It's just you.
Oh.
It's just you. I know. I had to. All right, well, Shaggy could be there.
I'm good.
So he has unlimited food. We don't have to worry about him.
Okay.
But I want to talk about your food. You have to eat the same thing for the rest of your life. Okay? So you get one entree, 2 sides, a dessert, and a beverage. Now, for the purposes of this exercise, nutritional value means absolutely nothing. So everything's good nutritional value. So you
basically your last meal for the rest of your life.
Exactly, but you have to strategize in that it's got to be something you're not going to get sick and tired of, right? So like at a certain point, certain people would get like I don't know. I guess I love burgers, but a burger cannot be the only food I eat for the rest of my life. So if you had to design your last meal, knowing again you can eat as unhealthy as you like and it's not going to affect you nutritionally, what do you think your last meal would be?
Easy.
It's easy.
Oh,
all right. Most everybody has to think about it for a while. You're right there. Let's hear it.
Steak.
Okay. What cut?
New York.
There's one answer. Oh, okay. That was not the answer I was going to go with.
New York strip is always, if I got to eat it the rest of my life, it's got to be juicy and flavorful. So it's either the ribeye or the New York strip.
I'm a ribeye guy. So
okay.
All right. Go ahead.
It's in between.
I like it.
I gotta have some marbling.
Okay. How do you cook it?
Oh, medium.
Okay. I'm right there.
It's got to be red in the middle. Green beans, salad.
Look at you getting your greens in, even if you don't.
If I'm gonna be eating meat, I'm gonna need some greens. And drink and beverage, huh?
So and we'll say again, you have unlimited water. Okay. So this is in addition to water.
Can be alcohol.
Of course.
Oh, then I would go with. There's 3 and they're all from the same brand. I love Buffalo Trace, Travelers, and Eagle Rare.
Okay.
So either one of those 3.
So one of those 3. Okay. And what about a dessert? A little sweet tooth.
Yeah, my mom used to make me banana coconut cream pie. I love that.
Oh yeah. All right, I like it.
You got the sweetness, boy. You'll get a little banana in there too. So
yeah,
it's a little healthy.
I like that. Yeah. I ask this question, and I feel like every time I give an answer, it's always just slightly different. But ever since I was a kid, I've always been obsessed with pepperoni pizza. Like pepperoni pizza is one of my favorite things in the world. I don't know what it is, but if I ever am eating clean for an extended period of time, as soon as I come off of it, I want to have pepperoni pizza. I love a good steak, but I eat steak all the time. I eat steak probably on average twice a week. So I'm a ribeye guy. So I'm a big steak guy. So it doesn't feel like as much of a treat as like pizza feels like a treat. I just don't know if I feel like I'd get tired of it though too. But I like macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, but pizza, man. Oh.
Yeah. Well, hey, again, from a nutritional, I mean, it'll be like a brick in your stomach, but it'll be. You're not a big pizza guy?
Well, I was in Italy for 3 years, and let me tell you.
Oh, it's different, right?
Oh yeah, you got to eat the pasta. I've had pasta. I've had pizza. No. It's not like American, and you'd eat a pizza and you'd be like, I don't feel bloated.
Yeah.
And this feels good. I mean,
it's crazy, right? I've heard the stories.
Oh my goodness. The pasta melts in your mouth, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
I've heard the stories that a lot of it has to do with like the additives that we have like in our food here, and
oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, it was funny. You could go on base to buy the American version of Fruit Loops. You go out in town, Kellogg's Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
But to European standards, without all the chemicals and stuff, and you go like, what's the difference? So we always ate local food.
It was. The colors were muted too, correct?
Yeah, they take out the artificial coloring, and it's all good. Yeah, Europe has been doing that for a decade now, and we're just now catching up. So it's been.
I could see the pizza. Do you prefer pizza here, or do you prefer pizza
Italy.
Like you're in Italy? Yeah.
And
I feel
Sicilian pizza is the best.
All right.
Not the margarita, but the Sicilian, because it's the original.
I hear you.
Thick style.
I like it.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
All right, we're gonna pause here for just a second. I'm just gonna check on the camera. I think we should be rolling. We're at about 40 minutes, so we got about 15 to 25 minutes somewhere in there left. Sure. Is there anything else in particular that you wanted to touch on? I know you had mentioned earlier, by the way, before, like when we wrap it up, before we get up, I'm going to do the intro. Okay. So I'll cut an intro at the beginning.
Yeah. At the end.
Yeah. The intro at the beginning, at the end. Yeah. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to touch on that we haven't touched on yet?
Did we cover everything?
I have all the, like, I like to hear your story. I like to hear a little bit. I was probably going to ask, like, you had mentioned, here, we'll just dive into it right now. So you'd mentioned that you do a lot of events. Obviously we're in town to do an event here. Super stoked to do an event. Talk about some of the other events that you do, maybe with some other brands that you have these events with, or some other cool things that you guys like to do. I know you'd mentioned you did a Halloween party, you have a Christmas party coming up. What kind of other like brand types of events do you guys tend to do?
We've done El Septimo.
Yep.
With Kevin, the rep that has this area, great guy, comes by about once a week. He lives in Blairsville, so it works out well.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
He must love having you here then.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's great.
He comes in and we'll sit down and light up the stick and tell some stories.
That's awesome.
We've done Liar's Bench, which is another new cigar company, kind of like your guys. They're based out of Georgia. We're doing a founders event in January. We're doing a Liar's Bench in February when he gets his new line. We're setting up a first responder with Drew to come up here and do an event. and so we try to spread it out.
That's great.
It's we're in the mountains, so you kind of got to do things, especially this time of year. You got to do it before it gets dark because of the deer and the icy roads and stuff. So we try to accommodate our folks by doing stuff like today, starting at noon. We'll do this until 7. We've got live music. At 5, we've got the Army-Navy game. Go Navy. I got to change into my Navy outfit.
Okay.
So we'll be doing that after this. And, we've done a Christmas party. We're doing another Christmas party this year. People bring food. They do gift exchanges. We've done J.W. Kelly whiskey pairing.
All right.
Had them come down, talk about their whiskey and bourbon and rye, and paired it up with a cigar. So we've done that. We've done a couple of events for the Blue Knights, which is a law enforcement military organization from Blairsville. We did Blood Mountain Vet Motorcycle Club event.
Oh, very cool.
We had 150 bikes here for 2 days. This place was packed. It was absolutely wonderful. They had a great time.
That's so cool.
It was, I'll show you pictures, man. It was just absolutely wonderful. Because we're right along the Blue Ridge Mountains, so we're 30 minutes, 20 minutes from the Dragon's Tail.
Okay.
The 320 turns and 18 miles.
Yep.
So we have a lot of, So we have.
I was starting to feel like, I was like, good night. Like I spent a lot of my time in the military and aircraft. Mm-hmm. Never once got sick from the air. I started feeling it like going through that mountain on the ground. Aircraft, I'm fine. It's something about being on the ground. I can still get it. You put me on, like you're talking about being a Navy guy. You put me on a ship, I'm good for about 30 minutes, and then I get seasick every time.
I never touched the ship. Touched the water, it was all sand, so I lucked out. But you Air Force boys, when we first trip coming into Baghdad, it was corkscrew.
Oh yeah.
Didn't get sick the whole time until then.
That combat landing, you got to love it, man.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Those combat landings and combat takeoffs.
The takeoff was like that. It was it brings back nightmares. We try to do a lot of events. When the distillery was open, we had a lot of live music because he would do live music one night, we'd do it the other night. The waitresses would come back and forth. So we try to do as many community events. We've done some stuff out at a restaurant and Flying Trout. So we're starting to get our name out there. We team up with Smoking Jim's Barbecue, Cabin Coffee.
Pass the barbecue place on the way in.
That's the best barbecue around, man.
He already had the smokers fired up. Mm-hmm. I came by and it was billowing smoke, and I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yep. That's what
11 o'clock, they'll be open, man. You can go grab some. You got to grab some ribs, man. And we got the food truck opening up today at 11.
Is that your food truck, or is that another company?
It's the gentleman that owns the other business over there. They're actually opening up a food truck.
I see.
For the complex, because there's nothing else out here. There's Smoking Jim's, and then that's it.
That's awesome.
So, and then we team up with Cabin Coffee. They provide our coffee for us, so we give it away to our customers. We try not to nickel and dime people.
Yeah, it's very clear that you guys are. It's very clear that you're not that type of business where it's, everything is provided at a very good cost. Yep. That you're trying to build the community here, and it's very apparent.
This cigar sells for $3 or $4 more down at the other store. I'm like, I'm not trying to make a living here. I'm trying to supplement my retirement, and I'm trying to open up cigar smoking. I have a lot of young kids that will see the design and stop in, and they don't necessarily smoke. And so they're like, well, I'll buy a cigar. What kind should I buy? I said, okay, well, what do you like? Well, I like fire pits. Okay, let's go get a Kentucky Fire Cured wrapped in a sweet wrapper. If you like it, come back, and I'll give you the regular one. And then I can move them to
start graduating you.
Absolutely, because
they're at a different place in their cigar journey.
Absolutely,
and you all started there.
Absolutely. I mean, how many times has your palate changed to where I like Sumatras now. I really enjoy. I want that spice, and it changes. One of my favorite cigars is a Pappy Van Winkle. There's nothing like drinking a Pappy and smoking a Pappy.
Sure.
But everyday cigars, we've got a great selection, and HDA is one of them.
Yeah, man.
And we'll sit around that table and we'll light them up, and you're going to see a good group come in here today, I think, and you're going to really enjoy these guys. So I'm looking forward to having you talk about your business.
Can't wait, man.
It's gonna be fun.
This is the best part of my job. I always say I'm not in the cigar business to send out invoices and to fulfill orders, and I'm in the cigar business to do events, man. Like I want to go into lounges and meet people and talk cigars, and like, you know, something that Andre and I work very hard on in designing these blends and releasing it, and then some people talk about, you know, seeing people appreciate it. Yep. And then people get excited about it. It's there's nothing like it. It's so much fun being able to meet people all across the country. I mean, we've done events now, Georgia, Texas, out in Pennsylvania. I mean, we've all the way out to New Mexico. It's amazing, man. There's nothing like cigar lounges. I travel a lot for not only cigars, but I travel a lot for my day job and just in general. And every time I go into a new city, I'm always looking at cigar lounges. I want to find somewhere where I can swing in, grab a cigar that I enjoy, meet the local people, and just kind of get to understand like that local area. And so it's always nice. That's part of the reason we started the Lounge Life video series. It's like we want people that are traveling to know that there are places like Sheepdog out there that they can, hey man, I'm going to be in the area. I'm going to head over 30 minutes, go check this place out. That's what we want for people.
Last weekend we actually had a guy drive all the way up from Athens, Georgia.
Okay.
That was an hour and 30 minutes away because he saw one of my t-shirts.
Yeah? Oh, that's awesome.
And it's like, well, it's either my son or me, because when I go to Athens, I'm always wearing sheepdog gear and stuff. And the guy that was working, Ron, I said, yeah, he came up from Athens. I said, well, did he stay in the smoke? No, he just wanted to come up and check the place out, grab some cigars, and drove back. I'm like, oh,
heck yeah, great, man. I like it.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, you said you like doing the cigars for the events, but I would probably throw in there that you do the cigars to change people's lives. This process of smoking cigars, if our elected officials in Congress could understand the process and sit down, I may have 15 different views than you, but I'm going to sit here, I'm going to smoke a cigar, and I'm going to have an intellectual conversation with you, and I may learn something.
You know, I think it's a big mental health tool for a lot, not just vets, not just law enforcement, not just firefighters, EMS. It's a great mental health tool for a lot of people.
Funny you say that. So I go to the doctor to have my heart rechecked and blood pressure and everything after, you know, with my first wife's medical issues. And he looked at me and goes, I can't believe you don't have high blood pressure and I'm not sticking you on high blood pressure medicine. And I said, well, doc, I said, I smoke cigars. He goes, oh, well, you know, hold on.
Oh.
I said, well, hold on, doc. They ain't cigarettes. I said, you understand about the cigar business? He goes, no. I said, it's not about the smoke, it's about the process. It's about slowing yourself down and thinking about what you're doing and just letting your mind relax. And he said, oh, well, you know, you need to watch out for that. So 3 months later, I come back. He walks in the door, he looks at me, smiles. He goes, oh, cigar boy. I said, yes, sir. He goes, shuts the door, he goes, I got to tell you something, but I'll deny it if you ever tell anybody. I said, oh, what's up? He said, the day that I saw you, I said, yeah. He said, well, I was going through a nasty divorce, and it was getting really stressful. So I pulled into the local shopping center to pull in and get a bottle of alcohol. I said, oh, yeah? He said, and 2 doors down was a cigar lounge. So I went in, just check it out. I didn't buy anything. I just sat there for about 20 minutes and just kind of watched everybody, and they were real nice to me. I said, oh, yeah? He said, so now I give myself 3 hours a week to stop at the cigar lounge. Sometimes I buy, sometimes I smoke, sometimes I don't smoke, but I've been able to get off my high blood pressure medicine.
No, dude, that's awesome, man.
I said, really? I said, now you understand the process. He goes, yeah, it's great. You go in there, and you can people watch, or you could become part of the process.
Yep.
And he said, you know, I'll buy a $10, $11 cigar, and I might smoke half of it. I might smoke a quarter of it, but yeah, it just kind of
slows you down. Yeah, man.
Takes the edge off.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool that you can sometimes you can educate people on certain things.
Andre and I work with this organization called Team Sapo, SAPO, and they specifically their main purpose is to help rehab vets, predominantly focus on like tier 1 and soft guys, after they leave service, help them rehab in using like alternative medicines and holistic treatments. But those processes, every time that they have like a group that goes through, it always culminates with them smoking cigars. And so one of the things that we do is we just donate cigars to them. So my goal was, I said, anytime somebody smokes a cigar at one of your like treatments, we want them to be smoking in the HDA. Like, just simply like, this is exactly why Andre and I started what it is that we started.
Lives.
It was we really feel like a cigar is much more than look, I own a cigar brand, you own a cigar shop. You and I could nerd out about cigars all day of the week. In reality, that's not what it's about. Yeah. The reality is at any point in time, like our focus is on the camaraderie, the community that we're building around the leaf.
Absolutely. Being in Italy for 3 years and seeing how much older population they have, 80s and 90s, and guess what they do? Smoke, and drink wine.
Smoke and drink wine.
They smoke Italian tobacco that's free of all, just like the Native Americans.
A lot of it's fire cured, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, and then then you start to do, now that the cloak is off of the medical field, now that we've gotten some transparency. Oh, nicotine has medical benefits for autism, has benefits for this. It's like, the Native Americans have been smoking this stuff, and they lived in harsh conditions that we put them through until they were 80 or 90. So again, not cigarette smoke, but smoking a cigar does a lot more than just satisfy an urge. It relaxes you, and especially if you have a environment where you can bring your wife or your girlfriend or your significant other, and both of you feel comfortable. Like, we'll have ladies that will go out and read a book by the fire pit, or they'll come in here with a bottle of wine and drink while their husband's smoking a cigar. And it's a nice. My wife will come down and she'll make charcuterie boards for people and stuff. So it's a family endeavor, and it's been a good investment to pay things forward that I was able to be given some good vibes towards going through a difficult time. So it's a way of paying back and supporting our brothers in arms and some other things. But it's not about making money. It's about providing a service that you can be proud of, that people can come and enjoy. And when somebody walks in and goes, "Wow, not what I was expecting," then I hit it on the head.
Dude, perfectly said. Absolutely perfectly said. Well, look, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. Really looking forward to the event today. Super excited to continue to explore the lounge here. Beautiful, beautiful setup. Guys, if you're in the Blairsville area, North Georgia area, make sure you swing by Sheepdog Cigar Lounge. Joe, absolute pleasure, brother. I appreciate you.
I appreciate all the help and support. And if you mention this podcast, we'll give you a free cigar.
I like that. So mention the Lounge Life video series, and he'll hook you up with a free cigar.
Zach will hook you up.
There you go. Before we sign off, I always end with one question. If you had a challenge, to anybody watching this video that's in the cigar community, in the cigar industry, or just a consumer, if you had a challenge for anybody watching this to make the cigar community a better community for everybody, what would that challenge be?
That's a tough question. I would say, get outside of your comfort zone. Go support events that you normally wouldn't think of, because you never know. You never judge a book by its cover. Some of my best customers have walked in and been women.
Sure.
It's like, oh, they're just looking. And no, they spend $100 on cigars. So, You know, it's hard not to typecast cigar smokers, but everybody walking down the street is a possible cigar smoker.
I love it.
And that's what we try to do here.
Step out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
I enjoy it. Thanks, folks. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time.
Come on by and see us at Sheepdog.